Welcome to the Hyper Growth Zone podcast. This is your go-to resource for personal growth, mastering communication, and influencing and persuasion techniques that will help you unleash the full potential of yourself and others. Here is your host, Alex Morgan.
Welcome to another episode of the Hyper Growth Zone podcast. My name is Alex Morgan, and I'm a master trainer of hypnosis and NLP. And on this episode, we're actually going to explore why hypnosis isn't what you think. Because when you think of hypnosis, do you picture swinging pocket watches, people clucking like chickens, or do you think of it as some mysterious trick known as mind control? So today, I'm going to shatter those myths for you if you do think that. Now, this is important because hypnosis is one of the more misunderstood yet powerful methods. So you can transform your mind, your thinking, your future, and your results. So let's really think about what it really isn't and what it really is, because I always say if I'm going to tell you what's not to do or what something isn't, I'm definitely going to tell you right afterwards what it is and what you can do to achieve that success. So I'll debunk some myths, I'll share some real life applications, and at the end, I'll even tell you how you can really see how you can get all the benefits of hypnosis. So let's get right into it. So what do most people think about hypnosis? A lot of people, they may think of things that they've seen in stage hypnosis. Barking like dogs, clucking like chickens, silly behavior. Guys, this is entertainment. This is a different kind of hypnosis. People pay to go there to be entertained. And the person doing the hypnosis, they actually have a very specific procedure of how they pick the people so that they can entertain the crowd in this way. So a lot of skill goes into that. And then there's stuff you see in the mainstream media, maybe depictions of mind control, things in movies, on TV, things like this. And there's a lot of misconceptions about losing control. So let me know if you've ever believed any of these ideas. If you have, reach out to me if you want to discuss it further. If you're listening to this on any of my social media channels, drop a comment below and let me know if you've ever heard any of these. Now let's explain what hypnosis actually is. Hypnosis is a state of focused attention, heightened suggestibility, and it's a deep, resourceful state. Now, a lot of people, they're going to think of that as relaxation or calmness or peace or sleep. I like to say resourceful because when you're focusing your attention on something and you heighten your suggestibility, you open your mind to all the resources that you have inside of you. So that's why it's a resourceful state. It's where you learn. It's where you create new behaviors. It's where you create new habits and make lasting changes. It is a natural state, similar to daydreaming, similar to reading a book and just getting lost in the pages. Or have you ever watched a movie and you're watching the movie and someone may say something to you and you're so engrossed in the movie you don't actually want to answer their question? It's almost like you're in a nice, resourceful state, aren't you, while you're watching a movie? And as you're watching that movie, it's not like you're thinking, oh, that would never happen. That's not possible. That's not real. No, you suspend your disbelief before you watch the movie and you engross yourself in it. So hypnosis is like that because you're going to suspend your limitations that you have. And then when you do hypnosis, you're able to program your mind with new programs. And I guide you through this. Imagine having new beliefs, new behaviors, changes inside of there, suggestions that are going to have you be really resourceful in any area of life that you want so you can create your ideal future and start to predict your results. Now, those are some basic things. Now, the core idea is hypnosis isn't about control. It's about accessing the powers of your unconscious mind. I'll get to that in a bit, more of that in a bit when I talk about some of the myths and I'll debunk them. Now, a common example of hypnosis is driving on autopilot or zoning out while you're doing anything. I mean, have you ever done chores and you're so into the chores, you're washing the dishes and it's like you're doing a little meditation as you're doing the dishes and nothing else seems to bother you? You're just immersed in it. This is what that resourceful state feels like. Or maybe you were driving, highway hypnosis. You're driving somewhere and you're going the same route every single day. It's like your unconscious mind is just getting you there. And all of a sudden, maybe you were talking on your phone while you're doing this. All of a sudden, you're at your destination and you don't even really remember or recall all the things that happened along the way because you were focusing your attention on that destination. So what if you could focus your attention on goals and it didn't feel like you were so distracted by things on the way? I think that would be useful for you, wouldn't it? So now let's debunk some myths. Now, the first one, hypnosis is mind control. In reality, you are always in control. During hypnosis, you get to accept or reject suggestions, and you won't do anything against your will. Now, people, they often bring up, oh, well, there's people clucking like chickens. Yeah, they wanted to be part of that entertainment, so they're doing it. The reason most people ask about hypnosis and they want to do hypnosis, because most people that want to do it, they're coming to me. I'm not asking them, hey, want to do hypnosis? Hey, want to do hypnosis? And begging them to do hypnosis with me. No, they reach out because they want to do it. So they already have an understanding that they're not totally in control of their unconscious mind, meaning they're not totally in control of their results. Because guess what? I'm in charge of my mind and my results, and you are in charge of your mind and your results. And this is something that all of my clients and all of my students who I also teach how to do hypnosis, I teach them this. And you'll be much better off if you understand that you're in charge of your mind and your results. No other person can make you feel something else. No other person has any control over you. That's up to you. The second one, a lot of people think that only people who are really gullible or weak-minded can be hypnotized. In reality, I have found through hypnotizing many people that hypnosis is most effective when people are focused, and usually these people are pretty intelligent. And I usually say during these episodes, just because you're sitting here listening, maybe you're not sitting, maybe you're doing something else, you are an intelligent person. So think about it. If you've ever been curious about hypnosis before, that means you're really curious about how you can use your mind to create the results that you want. And chances are that means that you are an intelligent person. So intelligent people, they get really good results during hypnosis. So if you think you're intelligent, then why not do hypnosis and get the results that you want? The third myth is some people believe that hypnosis is dangerous. The reality is hypnosis is safe. There's tons and tons of research about this. There's lots of studies that have been done saying that hypnosis is really effective for many common things: losing weight, stopping smoking, pain management, getting better sleep. And hypnosis is safe because you're essentially building a relationship with your unconscious mind. How would you build a relationship with another person? You sit down with them, you communicate with them, you get to know them. So for hypnosis, we sit down together. We get to know each other. And then I guide your unconscious mind to connect to those resources. Now, when you sit down with people and you communicate with them and you're getting to know them, you feel pretty good, right? And you feel pretty safe, don't you? So it's the same thing with hypnosis. You feel safe doing it. And in fact, you feel really, really good. Now, the fourth myth I'm going to go over is a lot of people, they think they're going to spill all their secrets while they're doing hypnosis. And by the way, these myths, I'll go over these in more detail also in my new book that'll be coming out in a couple of weeks this month in December, The Transformative Power of Hypnosis. So when that's out, make sure to go to Amazon, my author profile, if you want to check out any of my other books as well. That'll be in the description of the episode. So some people think they're going to spill their secrets. In reality, hypnosis doesn't force you to speak. It doesn't force you to reveal anything that you don't want to do. Now, your unconscious mind, it's a highly moral being, meaning that you have your own morals that you've accepted throughout your life. So during hypnosis, your unconscious mind is going to guide you with those morals. You're not going to say or do anything that you normally wouldn't do. So those are some myths, and those are what hypnosis actually is. And the wonderful thing is now you have a good understanding of hypnosis, don't you? Because most of the time, hypnosis is not what most people think. Now, people use hypnosis for many different things. So for real-life applications, you can use it to overcome fears, phobias, anxiety, stress. You could use it to break bad habits, smoking, weight loss. You can use it to get better at sports, at work, in your business, for your creativity, your focus, your concentration, pretty much anything that you want. You can use it for your own personal growth, for visualization, and to create your ideal future. And that can lead to you creating predictable results. You can use it to build confidence, to build that image that you have of yourself where you're totally confident. Now, this is one of the reasons why I started to do hypnosis. I had anxiety and I needed something to get better about that anxiety. I was thinking about the same things over and over. And the way I was thinking about them, I was using my conscious mind in that moment to try to change my thoughts. However, I still had all the underlying emotions underneath those thoughts. I still had some fear, and this is what I found out what happened. See, during the training, we did an exercise where we got to release, let go of, clear out, whatever word you want to use, of negative emotions. Things like anger, sadness, fear, hurt, guilt. And I'm telling you, when I got rid of these negative emotions, it's almost like I could feel something in my stomach just leaving and going. I felt totally different in my body because negative emotions are actually stored in the body. And so they're actually harmful to the body if you hold them there. So what I realized is actually when I got rid of fear and when I got rid of those emotions, all of a sudden I didn't have anxiety anymore. I didn't have worries. I wasn't doubting myself so much. So this is kind of my story of one thing that I've used hypnosis for. However, many people have used it for many different things. I felt many people do many different things. A lot of people, they come to hypnosis to, for example, quit smoking. And a lot of them, it's funny because they think that smoking is the main problem. However, once I start speaking to them and I start asking them different questions, then I start to find out the real cause and the real reasons of why they're smoking. And a lot of times I have found, and they may find as we're working through this, all of a sudden, when we start to work through their emotions, they don't have that same pull anymore towards a cigarette. because they were smoking, maybe because they had a fear of something. Maybe they were angry at something, and this was also leading to sadness or something else. So you may find that when you get rid of all of these emotions, all of a sudden you don't have the same problems. And really, you may not have a problem at all, because when you get rid of negative emotions, it can change how you see, hear, and feel your whole reality. You don't have to have on top of those emotions any more bad habits. Instead, you get to fill your reality up with all the good stuff. Because a lot of people, they ask, okay, I do hypnosis. I don't smoke anymore. I don't do this anymore. What am I going to do? Well, what is it that you want to do? If I just tell you what to do, you may or may not do it. So I have people tell me, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to focus on instead? And then we get to use sessions of them focusing on that instead. Do you see in these examples, do you see any way that I'm trying to control someone, or I'm trying to get them to spill secrets? Or does it seem like hypnosis is dangerous, or it's only for the gullible or weak-minded? Last time I checked, someone who actually wants to work on themselves and invest in themselves, that person is definitely not weak-minded. That person is serious about their results. And one of the easiest ways to get results is hypnosis. One of the easiest ways to do hypnosis, I'm going to share with you right now. So if you really want to experience hypnosis for yourself, this is going to be easy. It's going to be simple. If you're driving, you might want to press pause. You probably don't want to listen to this while you're driving. I'm not necessarily going to take you through a whole hypnosis right now. It's just going to be a simple process that you can follow. One of the easiest ways to change how you feel internally, that's one of the easiest ways to experience hypnosis, and change your thoughts. Because your mind might be programmed with, let's say, stress or anxiety, something like this. You have a strategy for this that you always do. So why not put in a new strategy of being resourceful, relaxation, of calm, peace, whatever it is. So anytime throughout the day, this is really beneficial to when you wake up, because when you wake up, you're in a state similar to hypnosis. And before you go to sleep, this is really beneficial to do, because your mind, that suggestibility is naturally heightened before you go to sleep as well. And why not going to sleep feeling good? Because then your mind, which is running your body and preserving your body when you sleep, gets to refresh your body. It doesn't have to think about any stressful thoughts or anything that you have. Okay, so find a comfortable spot where you can sit down and just concentrate for, let's say, up to 5 minutes. I'm just going to tell you the process, and then you can keep using this as long as you want to keep using this. I'm going to tell you how you can experience all the benefits of it. So the idea is to close your eyes and focus on that resourceful state, whatever you want to think of it as. Calm, peace, comfort, relaxation, whatever it is. And with each breath, you're going to breathe in through your nose, and then you're going to breathe out. And when you breathe in and breathe out with each breath, you're going to say in your mind, you're going to say out loud, you're going to have a mantra. You're just going to say the same word. Say a word that you want to feel. It could be any of those words that I mentioned earlier: relaxation, calm, comfort, peace, or it can be something else. Have it be a really resourceful state, something that you really want to feel. Because chances are, how often throughout the day do you focus on something like this? So breathe in, breathe out, calm, for example. Breathe in, breathe out, calm, for example. And you're going to do that for about 5 minutes. There's no need to set a timer. Your mind will know when the time is up for that. And then after that, you want to do this every single day for at least 3 weeks. After you do it, write down the word that you focused on. And then next to that, preferably with pen and paper, and next to that, write down the benefits. Write something about the benefits. Maybe something you felt, something you noticed, something you heard, something that you learned, because your mind is going to be open to so many possibilities when you do this. Then you're going to write all those down right there. And then at the end of the 3 weeks or a month, whatever it is, it's going to be so resourceful for you to go and look through all the wonderful things that you felt during this whole time and to be aware of all the amazing benefits that you noticed because of this. And imagine what you can achieve because you have access to all these emotions and these feelings and these benefits. So for you, that's how you can do this on your own. And it's really amazing. I'm telling you, it's really amazing when you actually do this, when people actually do this and they go and they read about all those benefits. Just setting 5 minutes aside for yourself each day, it can just do wonderful things for you. So consider that, because maybe that's something that you haven't considered before. This will have you have a whole new perspective on things, or the experiences that you have, or the relationships that you have, or how you think about money, love, whatever it is. Maybe you'll experience so much joy. Never felt this much joy before. It's up to you. And go ahead and reach out to me if you want to discuss these benefits and let me know what you are achieving because of these benefits. So thanks so much for listening. I really appreciate anyone who listens to any of these episodes. Go ahead and rate the podcast wherever you are listening. It helps it get into the minds of so many others. Now, if you want someone to benefit from hypnosis, go ahead and definitely share this episode with them. It will really help it get into the mind of them, and maybe they'll start to share with it to people. Because I really believe that the more people who do hypnosis, it will make the world a better place. So if you want to share the episode, that could lead to more sharing. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope to see you on the next episode.